don't write songs because suddenly it seems like a good idea to have one about El Salvador. It's because something hits you over the head, because you feel strongly about it, because there's pain about something in you. And a certain amount of it is, I think, sometimes an exorcism in a sense.
Like all the colours of a royal flush. And he's peeling off those dollar bills, slapping them down. 100! Still 100! And I can see those fighter planes. I can see those fighter planes. And President Reagan comes up to me with his buddy, Mr. Gorbachev! And I can see those fighter planes. Across the mud huts where the children sleep, and through the valleys and the quiet city streets, we take the staircase to the first floor. We turn the key and slowly unlock the door. A man screams into a saxophone. And through the walls, we hear the city groan. Outside, it's America.
It shows a dark side of the world today. And I suppose there's a relevance to me as a missionary. I feel that I would want to be in the mud huts where the children sleep, to be along with them and to side with them as the helicopters and the planes go overhead, to be with them, to struggle with them, and to give them a sense of dignity.
On stage in Bullet the Blue Sky, there's a question at the end. I leave it as a question. And I start to paint the picture myself, and I say, see the sky cut open, see the rain pouring through a gaping wound, pelting the women and children who run into the arms. And then we just stop the song as we stop the record. And to have, and the audience go, America, and I just shine the spotlight on them.
I saw queues outside hospitals. I saw them closing up hospitals and throwing their beds out onto the street. And I saw the sky ripped open and the rain pelting through a gaping wound, pelting the women and children, pelting the women and children who run into a brick wall.
I'd like to think we scared the shit out of a few politicians, because there's an anger on the streets of this city and this country, of Ireland, and I want to be a part of that anger. And so, you know, the question is, how can I bite the hand that feeds? How can I bite the hand that feeds and makes me fat? Because I am in a rock and roll band. that's on the world stage and have been given supposedly fame or fortune. But I think we should bite the hand that feeds.
You know, like the point about Dublin is, like, I mean, the band will be up there giving it plenty of this, and oh, jeez, that's great, Bono, you know, that's great, you know, we're going to go out and chat, and then they go to the pub. And that's the lasting effect of a concert. It lasts all the way on the bus ride home. And you'll buy the record and you'll remember that great event, you know, that great celebration. And I don't think it goes beyond that, which is not in any way like to, you know, say that their music is not important. Or as a band they're not important, they're radically important as a band.
Isn't there a danger in the end it's just hopeful music in a hopeless time? It gives people a sense of uplift but doesn't actually direct them anywhere.
People said that before Live Aid. But Live Aid proved that music can unite people towards very specific ends, if called upon. Yeah, I mean, music in the 60s surely contributed to the close down of the Vietnam War.
I think we write songs that we believe in. I don't think we're trying to create a movement or tell people what to think. I think if there's a message to you too, it's think for yourself.
I know that, and this is not to justify my position, because I don't have to justify my position on a political level, but Amnesty International has doubled their membership as a result of the Conspiracy of Hope tour in the US. That's real. You know, that's tangible evidence that the tide is turning in the United States.
I see that kind of concern coming in waves. I think that probably the early 80s was a particular low point, late 70s, early 80s, and Live Aid was the beginning of a kind of new awareness on that level. But I don't think it's unusual or a precedent. I think it's happened before and it'll happen again. It's just, this happens to be the awakening of some new kind of a feeling.
Why should that have come about? What's created that new?
Ley lines, I reckon. It's all Stonehenge, you know.